It's late 2019, a crowded London bar. A young black woman sits opposite a middle-aged man wearing a Burberry suit. Cambridge graduate Helen works for a think tank that pressures big financial funds to make ethical investments. She is looking to uncover some of the shadier dealings of hedge funds for her podcast, so she is surprised but excited that John, a senior broker from one of London's biggest hedge funds, has agreed to her request to meet. They talk late into the evening. The story Helen is after eludes her, but she is moved by the way John looks at her and listens so intensely. He seems like a bit of a dark horse, a surprisingly sensitive soul. They agree to meet again, so John can tell her more about Springtree Capital, his hedge fund, and its corporate culture. At least, they are both happy to pretend that that's why they want to stay in touch.
I walk back to Canary Wharf station. Standing on the deserted platform, I feel this new elation inside me. I remember a different bar, a different time. It was just after the Big Bang. My best mate David and I were toasting Thatcher's glorious deregulation of the financial markets. This beautiful woman, Ruth, walked in. We persuaded her with bottles of Moët to join us. I'd forgotten how light I felt, floating on the air of ambition and desire. The future seemed endlessly bright.
Since the 60s, news from the city has mattered to more and more people. No one makes anything here except money.
How do I explain what's invisible? But it's everywhere. How do I make an honest living when nothing is fair? How do I know that I'm normal when no one cares? No one cares. I'm just trading in air. I'm just trading in air.
We are young, we are precious, all our lives are ahead. You opened my eyes to a world I didn't know that was there. You touch my hand and I know we have riches to share. Riches to share.
We're just trading in air. We're just trading in air. This engagement, we're now at Canary Wharf.
Cheers to Big Bang, cheers to Thatcher. She's kicked open the door. No more controls on commissions. Foreign banks live all. A toast to good friends as computers hit the stock exchange floor. Stock exchange floor.
We're just trading in air. We're just trading in air.
Someone pointed out to me that you realise that you are literally trading fresh air. Somehow, climate change, fresh air, and now we're able to trade air. Seems bizarre to me. It's one of those sort of moments where you think, this is nuts.
The next morning, sitting in his office, John is hungover. His mind is filled with images of the beautiful and brilliant woman he met last night. He's trying to read a share recommendation by one of his brightest analysts, looking into the financials of Sebvis Corporation. The company recently won a lucrative government contract, a public-private partnership, to build a hospital in Tower Hamlets. But it looks like they got the gig by underbidding with a price too low to deliver. Now the numbers are bad, and debts are piling up.
My head clears and my heart starts to race. Sebvis stocks are overvalued. They surely have to tank. If I short Sebvis shares, drive their price down, Springtree will make a killing.
But maybe there's a personal dilemma here. Sebvis company shares are sold exclusively by Wagner Bank. The Wagner broker is David.
Wagner Bank, eh? David and I hit the stock exchange floor together as East End kids made good in the 80s. He was there when I first met Ruth. He was best man at our wedding, for fuck's sake.
But John still signs a 14-day contract for difference, betting that in 14 days he'll make a huge profit when the Sebvis shares fall.
Bonus down the drain. The markets pick who wins at the end of the day. There's nothing personal, David. You do the same to win the game.
Springtree will short Sebvis. Making a profit is my responsibility. I'm just doing my job, being realistic, doing what any other fund manager would do in my position. It's nothing personal, David.
The Springtree node sets the picture. Sebvis stocks will have to plunge. In 14 days
I make enough on the margin call, I could be a very rich man. The bonus would allow me to leave the industry for good, maybe even lend my expertise to amazing Helen in her ethical investments company. Help someone nicer than me for a change.
It's John against his old friend David. If Sebvis shares tank, John's short trade pays off. If Sebvis rallies, then David wins. As investors big and small look at Sebvis stocks, the price line starts to drop as news of the Springtree sell recommendation gets out. But then Reddit, social media, the financial bloggers take an interest. A hedge fund is trying to send a hospital builder to the wall. Overnight, it's a hot topic. Thousands of ordinary investors rally to teach the hedge fund a lesson by buying long on Sebvis. Behind the scenes, though, David, Wagnerbank, is seeding stories to social media.
The potential earnings on Sebvis shares shows that they're undervalued.
Gaming the share price, appealing to ordinary investors who just want a hospital built.
You know that Springtrees are just doing what hedge funds do.
Want to prove a point about greedy hedge funds. Over 14 days, Sebvis stock U-turns and rockets up 200%. Investors are unaware they're being manipulated by silent brokers like David, and everyone is being swept up in the chaos of the financial industry machine.
You have to treat the finance world like a giant slot machine. You throw your money into the machine, you pull the levers, and hope no one you know gets hurt.
It's not going in the right direction. Share price starting to tank. Why believe the analyst note? The truth in what John wrote. I hope no one I know gets hurt. I hope no one I know gets hurt. It's a deal they'll be paying, but I hope no one I know gets hurt. You might say it's crossing the line. My duty to the market. See the story in the press. Claim that funds are creating stress. The stock is good, please trust me. The analysis poor. If we all buy in, we'll win. With emotion, they'll believe the spin. I hope no one I know gets hurt. I hope no one I know gets hurt. It's a deal they'll be paying, but I hope no one I know gets hurt. Social media is key. The chatter is hot. It's the hedge funds that grab. They're long overdue a slab. John might be hitting the dirt. It's a game. It's always the same.
Extraordinary scenes in the markets today as construction company Sebvis shares trebled in value in response to activist investors buying up big. The value of Sebvis continued to skyrocket as ordinary investors try to thwart one of the UK's largest hedge funds, Springtree Capital, who have publicly shorted the stock.
Both sides are now being played by forces bigger than themselves, by the financial industry machine, the game itself. There's all those next best fools, those investors who just follow others for share purchasing, passing the parcel. Then the game can suddenly turn into musical chairs. When the music stops, you don't want to be the person without a chair, standing there holding the stock that now no one wants. John is losing badly on the Sebvis short, but he could be losing more than money.
John, I can't stand this silence anymore. Why won't you talk to me? You've hardly been home the last 2 weeks.
It's day 14 on the Sebvis CFD. It's all over. I'm going to be forced to close my position. We are massively exposed. Sebvis shares should be worth 30 pence. Now they're worth 30 fucking quid.
I've heard all this before. It's one drama after another. One deal after another. It's just another deal, John.
No, you don't understand. Springtree is going to take a massive loss. We're on the brink of bankruptcy now. I've really fucked it this time, Ruth. We're financially ruined.
I've heard your work amps for so many years, John. But you don't listen to me anymore. Maybe it was only ever my looks that mattered most. Being a Richmond yummy mummy for Charlotte and Oliver.
Don't start, please.
Now the kids have grown up. The loneliness and frustration is really catching up with me.
All the things you love, the house, the shopping, they'll all soon be gone. Really fucked it this time, Ruth. We're financially ruined. Don't start, please.
Be serious.
No, you don't understand.
All the things you love, the house, the shopping, it could soon all be gone. All the things you love, the house, the shopping, could all soon be gone. It could all soon be gone.
So fast, so very quickly, John has lost and brought his company to the point of ruin. But why does this industry generate such chaos? Is it just up to players who hock their imaginations to money, who are just doing their jobs? Or could it be that the machine itself has gotten out of control? Before the Thatcher-Reagan-driven Big Bang of deregulation in the late 80s, there was another time and place. The time was 1944. The place was Bretton Woods. World leaders gathered to vow no more Great Depressions, no more chaos. Let's rein in financial institutions to serve the people.
What gets called post-Bretton Woods financialization, which is to say basically after 1971, 73, the collapse of the Bretton Woods international system, the collapse of the gold standard, the American dollar backed by the gold standard, and post like Thatcher, Big Bang. I'm just doing what I have to do. Person's control.
John is devastated. Everything he has worked towards all these years, his reputation, his increasing wealth, his status, all gone. So many people John knew in London's finance industry, younger than him, had made their windfalls and got out of the game, early retirement at 35. But not John. He was the fool, still holding the dud stock when the music stopped. And now he could see no way out. All the voices in his head tell him he's failed.
Son, you're a cross between a class traitor and a fool. You'll never win against the system, against the bankers, the toffs. It's their game, not yours.
I can't fucking believe my stupidity. The market's invisible hound down my trousers all my life. Every ambition I've had, proving something to my dad. Now I'll struggle to get is it inside of me? Or is it simply the 1%? I can't fucking feel, it's dead inside of me. Everything I had, I've blown it on the deal. And now there's nothing left of the executive safety net. The fund has crashed with me behind the wheel. Where is the enemy? Is it the economy? Does it belong to the 1%?
It's a game, mate. You took it all too seriously.
This isn't what you promised me and the children, John. We're going to lose our house, aren't we?
Ruth will surely leave now. Helen speaks the truth. Maybe she'll redeem me if I ask. I can't fucking stand in a conflict anymore. Park my conscience at the door, on my way to work each day. All I made was money, short-term profits, all I'm worth. Will Helen take me anyway? Make it all go away. Make me go away. Fuck yeah.
But guess what? A week after John's disaster, looks like that Springtree analyst's note was right after all.
Sebvis, one of the largest construction companies in the UK, holding $4 billion in government contracts, announced today it was going into receivership with over $300 million in unpaid debts. Sebvis hit the news last month when it was the target of activist investor campaign, which increased the company's share value by 200%, to the dismay of hedge funds that had shorted the company, believing
Sebvis really is in serious financial trouble, run to the ground by corrupt management and going down for good. There starts the real trickle-down effect. The effect of reckless corporate failure on hundreds of people not being paid. Small suppliers, contract electricians, catering, cleaners. Small businesses now unable to pay their own debts. When the share price finally collapses altogether, Sebvis is insolvent. But David at Wagner Bank had already taken his bonus. The Sebvis directors had already cashed in their shares at the inflated price. The players and share revers all got rid of their options to a hungry market before the company crashed. They all make a lot of money. Although nothing of value happened in the real world, a hospital won't be built in Tower Hamlets. Wagner and Sebvis execs all walked out from the wreckage with more than enough to buy a Hertfordshire country pile, a racehorse, a yacht.
That all worked out rather well in the end, thank Christ. Hope John's not taking it too hard. I must drop him a line. No hard feelings. We knew what kind of industry we were getting into all those years ago. At least, I think we did.
Oh, what a dream inside. executive bonuses made from thin air. He pumped up the stocks, then sold his shares off. A master of winning at musical chairs. Investment bank making money, though no hospital is built. Corporate brass making honey from a company they've killed. Look on the ground, death trickles down. Jobs gone, homes too. Government shouldn't He's getting richer. Executive bonuses made from thin air. He pumped up the stocks, then sold his shares off. A master of winning at musical chairs. Investment bank making money, though no hospital is built. Corporate brass making honey from a company they've killed. People cry, that isn't fair. Reality is less safe.
Now the kids have grown up, the loneliness and frustration is really catching up with me. You can be pretty hard to read, John, but this time I know there's someone else. Who is this Helen woman who keeps calling you?
Someone to rescue you. Is that why I'm losing you? Someone to rescue you. It's dark where you've been. It's hard not to win. It's dark where you've been. I tried to talk to you. You're bent over screens. I never can get through. You're falling down inside yourself. You don't even see me. But run our years back to front. Something's driving you. What you got to prove? I'm not enough for you. But surely someone now draws near. She'll take you far away from here. My looks are gone, our children too. But someone will rescue you.
John gets into his car and drives to Canary Wharf. He calls Helen. I am, of course, Helen. You see, we'd been meeting late at night over the last 2 weeks. I already knew what had happened to Sebvis and now the hospital public-private project. But I could tell by John's voice that the big story he wanted to tell me tonight was about him. In John's office, over single malts, we both stared at the Canary Wharf skyline, with the Wagner Bank logo glowing in the distance.
Ruth is going to leave me. Why wouldn't she? All the things she loves, the house, the shopping, the status, they'll all soon be gone. But I'm not sure I care.
I'm not so sure that's all she loves, John. Maybe she actually loves you.
Helen, I need to tell you how amazing you are. How you make me feel. Meeting you has felt like destiny.
Stop there. I know where this is headed. Of course, I find you attractive. You have so much to offer, and I don't mean money and status. But I'm not here to rescue you. What's happened to your marriage?
You want to run from what's been revealed. You've lost the fight, but can't bear to yield. Now you reach out, you draw me near. But I must drive you away. You don't need what I've got to give anyway. The door is open, there's wind in your hair. Look at the past, you have left her wanting there. But there is a future where love is everywhere. The world needs to change. There isn't much time. Behind every deal, there's humankind. So many will beg, while a few steel. But I must drive you away. You don't need what I've give anyway. The door is open, there's wind in your hair. Look at the past, you have left her wanting there. But there is a future where love is everywhere. No more sleepless nights, stranded near her hands. No more building castles on your shifting sands. The cries are fading away. The tide that swept in is now pulling away. The door is open, there's wind in your hair. Look at the past, you have left her wanting there. Go back to her now and find love is everywhere.
John's phone rings and interrupts the spell. I glance down and can see the caller ID is David. John just stares at the screen. He seems paralysed. You have to take this call. You have to sort out your closest relationships, your principles, your work. What do you believe in? What do you stand for? What's more important, making money in any way you can, or keeping hold of love and doing what you can to make the world a better place?
Yes.
At the end of the night, I walk to the lifts. I see something that happens every night in every high-rise in Canary Wharf. A woman, probably a local from impoverished Tower Hamlets, is vacuuming the offices and emptying the bins of the managers and executives. She is unaware of their middle-class dramas and privileged dilemmas, unaware that a hospital won't be built in her neighbourhood, unaware of the economic trickle-down effect promised by Thatcher and the redevelopment of the Docklands all those years ago. The trickle-down that one day was supposed to fill her neighbourhood with opportunity and prosperity.
We're just trading